So dear students, this second part of the tutorial video will help you to solve the mathematical model using Excel solver. So here what I have done is referring to the tutorial sheet or the question, I have copied the same data into an Excel sheet. So the first column will give you the list of plants, and then the row top will represent the markets. So this is the unit cost of producing and transporting the item from the plant to the market. And the last column will give you an idea about the capacity. Capacity at Ahmedabad is 350 units in a quarter, Badi 400, Hubli 450, Nagpur 300 and Vishakhapatnam 400. On the other side, you can see the demand at the market for this quarter is already given. Bangalore, it was 165, Chennai, it was 135, Delhi, it was 280, and Mumbai, it was 200, Lucknow, 125, and Kolkata, 155. So this is another parameter being provided. Down, you can see the same table I have copied, and the table is empty, completely empty. And below that again I have made another cell which is being named as objective function value or the total cost. This is for total cost of objective function value. If you remember the mathematical model, this objective function value is the final result that we are going to minimize. So the objective function value is double summation of Cij into Xij, where Cij is the unit cost of transporting unit item from I to the market J, which has been multiplied with the quantity that is being shipped Xij, which is a decision variable. So and then I'm taking the sum total of all these the product. So that means I am multiplying, so which means that these empty cells are nothing but it is your Xij. This is your decision variable Xij. So individually we are multiplying Xij with the Cij, their respective Cij. Suppose this Xij is between Ahmedabad and Bangalore, it is being multiplied with the Cij corresponding to Ahmedabad and Bangalore. Likewise, you are multiplying with the all cells. So this is having having an array of 5 cross 6, 5 by 6. Here also you have 5 by 6. So here what we are trying to do is we are going to use a function by name sum product. You are going to use the function sum product. You can use lower cases also. I feel very comfortable using the caps lock. So array 1 is your Cij matrix, and then comma Xij matrix. Close the bracket and press the enter button. So which means that the formula is already entered. The sum product of Cij and Xij is done. To check whether the formula is right, instead of putting this cell as empty, I am just entering the value 1. That means if the formula is right, 1 is multiplied with 910, and since the rest is all zeros, you should get the value 910. So let us see what we will be getting. Of course, so the formula is right, so you can delete this one. Fine. Now next what we will do is we will take the column sum as well as the row sum. Okay, for example, in this cell I have named it as demand met. So I will take the sum of all Xij's. I'll take the sum of all Xij's. So it is equal to sum of this particular column which is corresponding to Bangalore market. I'm copying it. I'm close the brackets. So I have taken the sum, and this formula or this function is now copied. I'm just copying it to the other columns. So this will give you the sum of all Xij's corresponding to Bangalore. This cell will provide you the sum of all Xi's corresponding to Chennai. This will give you the sum of all Xij's corresponding to Delhi. Likewise, this will provide you the sum of all Xij's corresponding to Kolkata. This is not required. Sorry. Again, same way you can take the row sum. So capacity utilized, I have given the name as capacity utilized or capacity used. So here I am going to take again the sum of this row, the first row, which is corresponding to Ahmedabad. I want to know how much of the capacity of Ahmedabad I have used. So all Xij's corresponding to that particular row is summed. So this will give you the sum of the Xij's corresponding to Ahmedabad. That means the total quantity produced at Ahmedabad will be given at this particular cell. Again, I am copying this down for other plants also. So this will provide you the sum of the total produced at Badi. This will provide you the sum of total produced at Hubli. This will provide you the sum of total produced at Nagpur, and the last one for Visakhapatnam. So we have taken the summation of both the rows as well as the column. So this is just if you recollect the model, you have summation Xij where your j's are varying, and in one constraint you have summation Xij where i's are varying. For example, if you take the demand constraint, the left hand side of the constraint, it is summation of Xij where your j is constant but I is varying. So that is being taken care by this summation of the column. And if you take the supply constraint, you can see that the capacity constraint, you can see that there the summation Xij where j is varying and I is kept constant. So that will be calculated, or that will be used with this row sum as well as the column sum. So both these constraints, we need these sum to be used. Now we will once this is done, we will go to the data, go to solver.